Okay, looks like all the lights are working. Okay. Huh? Oh boy. Looks like I'm gonna have to do a tune-up on this sucker. What's up, guys? So, as I promised, I was gonna make some videos this year. You know, just trying to stay with it. Oh boy, I forgot to unlock it. Doing the 3rd gen Camaro thing. There we go. Alright, as you can see right here behind me is my 1985 Camaro. And, you know, wanted to go for a cruise and stuff like that. But unfortunately I can't, because right now the engine is sputtering and backfiring and, you know, the good stuff. So might as well give you not only how to, you know, get to these spark plugs, but also too, these are certain headers that I've been seeing all over the internet. Everyone's been talking about them, how good they are, how aren't they good. Well, I decided this video might as well show the up and downs of these headers. Here it is a regular small block Chevy. Well, it's bore 30 over, you know, not too much, mild cam, really some nice goodies. Holley single pumper carburetor, and as you can see, the notorious headers. And these headers are actually Summit specials. Summit Racing, I should say. Summit Racing made these headers for the specific of the 3rd gens. They actually work with the stock K member, and they do a nice job getting around the frame and all little stuff like that. The only there's a couple of cons, and a couple of pros on this thing. Let's just start off with the bad ones, and I'm going to show you exactly what I mean by the bad ones, but later on. I have wrapped these headers, and I have to say, wrapping the headers actually doesn't do too bad. The only downside is when you're changing the spark plugs, these get itchy, and especially if you got it on the bottom of your arm, not the best thing to ever feel. Another downside too, because these aren't like well-known brand heads that I have on this engine. These are some knockoff trick flows that, you know, you can find them at eBay for like $600-700 for the set. These ones are the 202 valves. These are the Vortex styles, so they're a little bit more better flowing. Not only that too, these are angle plugs. As you can see right there, spark plug is right there. Looks normal until, as you can see, they're angled. Now the reason why they're angled is because these headers do not like straight plugs. I had to get certain shortened spark plugs with angle so I can get to the spark plug wire so they didn't burn, and I can get to the spark plug to take them off with my hand. Another thing too, the stock exhaust does not fit onto the stock, you know, on these aftermarket headers. You will have to make new exhaust, especially the white pipe. If you can just modify the white pipe to fit that, you're good. So that's basically the cons that I found were spark plug issues of fitment, cylinder head combinations. Basically, you have to find the right cylinder head. Stock heads, good, bolt right in. Aftermarket heads, have to get the angle plugs. The third thing is definitely heat in the engine bay. These header wraps actually do help. The only thing is itchy. So that's like a 50-50, especially with the header wrap. Now the pros on this, it does help, you know, with sound. Like you'll notice going from the cast irons to these, you'll definitely notice a different tone in the engine, just ever so slightly. It's not going to be like a major thing. You're not going to go from a 350 small block sounding like a big 454. So in all doing all the pros and everything like that, even though they look cool too, let's get to the main thing and showing you exactly what I have to struggle with to check any of these spark plugs, because right now I kind of figured this would be a perfect time to show you what I do to take the spark plugs out. Okay, so what I forgot to mention too, you're gonna see me use like a certain like wrenches and stuff like that to get these out, because I forgot to mention the stock iron manifolds that went on this had a cutout for the spark plugs, you know, so you can get to them, take them out and stuff like that. Obviously This one's going to be the easiest because it's right there. But now you got yourself here, here, and here. Show you exactly how to, you know, how a pain it is to change them. So let's begin with the easy tool. Okay, so easy enough in the very beginning. Spark plug socket, 5/8, because you can see it fits. The only downside is, especially when I have trick flow aftermarkets, as you can tell, it's very tight. Okay, so I completely forgot these do not fit too well. I can't even get a good grip on the spark plug. Like, I barely got myself less than a 1/16 touching the spark plug. What I did find is, it was funny enough, I found a Harbor Freight, but they don't sell these tools, but I didn't see them. But there are some other brands who make these kind of tools. Is this little guy, 5/8 still, and it fits right over the spark plug. The only thing is, it doesn't like to stay in place, and the only way to make them work, again, get yourself a wrench, put them on, and look at that, just came right undone. As you can tell, I have to do this every single time when I do a spark plug. And it's been a while since I drove this. Last time I took this out for a spin was during roadkill duct tape drags last year of this video. Oh, yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, it's definitely been a while. Am I really gonna go to the store and buy new spark plugs? Yeah, most likely. Now I know what you're saying. If you saw it very quickly, you can see it is a NGK. And the reason why I'm using it is because, one, I tried to use Autolites. They didn't have the right heat range. I forgot what these have. But this is a UR5, which I forget the actual part number for these. But if you cross-reference that at like O'Reilly's, AutoZone, stuff like that, it'll definitely, you know, get you the spark plugs. And they're pretty cheap too. So what I like to do is take my, this is a spark plug gap tool. A little different than what you're used to. This is shown in metric and shown in standard. We're going for standard since we're working on this American motor. As you can tell, right now I'm at around 46, 45, which is not bad. The only thing is, this is very dirty. It's a very pain in the ass. So right now I'm just going to put them in. I will be getting new spark plugs because these ones are junk. They are fouled, and that means I'm going to have to work with the jets. Okay, I'm going to show you this angle too. So as you can tell, spark plug's still out, trying to get to it. If it was a straight angle, it'll go like this. These go at an angle, and well, as you can tell, it's a little pain in the ass to find the hole. So it goes in like that. Of course, you tighten it back up and you're good. That's the easiest one. Let me see if I can show you now the hard ones closest to the back. Right here we have cylinder number 5, because we're on the driver's side still. It's the same thing on the passenger side when it comes to this kind of specific spark plug location, and why I have a pain in the ass. So this one, as you can tell, yeah, I can't even get my finger in there. Come on. As you can tell, it's a little pain in the ass to get that one certain wire out. As you can see right now, there is a spark plug. Spark plug is really in there, and I can get like maybe a finger, like tip my finger in between those two. As you can see with this, trying to get that in. This is where the tool comes in handy, because you can see it just slipped right on. Then you can get your wrench, slip it on, and then loosen it. Now the downside, really downside onto this, is trying to loosen it enough. Yes, I know it's like 30 pain ass work. It's a very tight fit. And there we go, another fouled out spark plug. Running a little. Oh, that one's actually running pretty good. Still going to change them all. As you can see, that is a pain in the ass to change these spark plugs. with these headers. Like, I do like these headers a lot. It's just a pain in the ass when it comes to working with these headers. As you can see now, this is the reason why I do like these headers, because they sound good. But at the same time, it's just a pain in the ass just to work around them. Especially the heat, trying to get your hand into the hole just to get a spark plug wire, just to get the wire out, and to get the spark plug out itself. It's a pain. So what I do recommend is do a lot of research or build your own headers. But if you're a guy like me trying to do everything on a budget, I recommend these headers. Okay? Because it is cheap. I'll see if I can actually post a link to the headers on summitracing.com and show you exactly what they are. They do work. They are not compliant with EGR systems, especially like California emissions. When the actual EGR itself is running to the headers, you have to buy a separate kit for that. One of my friends has to do that because he got a car from California, and well, it has that stuff, but he's just leaving the stock manifolds on. So there is my review, my personal review. I'm not speaking for every third gen owner for these headers, but these are the review that I have on these headers. They're not bad. They sound good even though they're shorties. They're cheap and affordable, and it basically bolts right in. But that is my honest review. So hopefully this helps you guys, you know, in the future, showing you exactly what to do. So if you want to help out the channel a lot, especially for future content like this or any reviews for other Camaro stuff that goes on, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that like button. And if you want to see any other reviews, or if you want to have more, you know, reviews like this, post something in the comments. Let me know exactly what you want to look. Who knows, maybe I'll get something from Hawks for the third gen, you know, whole entire thing. And who knows, maybe you'll actually learn something from this guy, you know. So next time, see ya.